Hello, Art History Monday and Wednesday MDC live classes. I'm so glad that you actually found this site. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about that flipped classroom model. And in the flipped classroom model, you'll be watching our lecture videos generally outside of class before you ever come into our class. So we can have classroom discussions and conversations and really kind of in-depth analysis as we're looking at things. So I want to show you how to do that. As you'll see from before and remember, over here we have various kind of days. So it tells you exactly what is due on what day. So on Monday, 1/11, for example, is our prehistoric art day. And then Wednesday through Sunday, here's the work. I'm going to start off and showing you weeks 3B Egyptian art. I'm just going to scroll down. Remember, the introduction is always here about the major questions that are going to show up, major artworks if you ever miss class. But really what I want to focus today is on the idea of this interconnected aspect that's called PlayPosit, which is a way that allows us to embed questions in the lecture that you're watching before class. And so it will automatically record and show us that you've actually completed the assignment before you ever come to class. Remember, the most important part of this class is doing the work beforehand. You get a lot of credit. 30% of your final grade is based upon this. So if you click on the link here, Egyptian art, it will take you to a website called PlayPosit, which I'm going to do now. And sometimes it takes 2 clicks. Got to enter the PlayPosit. And while it's uploading, and here we are actually on our video that was uploaded through Blackboard or our learning management system. If we push play, I'll start talking because this is actually the lecture that's been recorded for you.
Good morning again, Art History 2 from Egypt. Welcome inside of an Egyptian tomb. Wave hi to my friend who doesn't move very often back there, Talib. Hello, Talib. How are you?
And so after the general introductory greeting, you'll watch the video and be able to take notes. But note, there are little kind of markers here, and each one of these markers is a different either question, poll, something for you to answer to keep interactive within the video as it's going up. And so, for example, if we were to go to the first question, I'm going to click on the IDs here. No, it says, please remember that one of the 4 buckets of information that you need to remember for your quizzes and your midterms are the aesthetics of each historical or time period. And note, it's right on the video or the idea of the aesthetics that are about to be explained by me in the lecture video. And so I give you tips as we're going through from students and also what your quizzes and what your final exam, your midterm questions are going to be based upon. You'll get little hints as you're watching the video as well. And so if I click this on, you'll note,
here's this list on Egyptian art. So if you have not,
it goes right through the aesthetics.
Please write it down as I move around actually in the Egyptian tomb.
And note, if I go to the next one, then most likely it's going to ask you a question about the aesthetics. And note, one of the things that's nice about PlayPosit is a lot of these videos are about an hour long. And so you might not want to watch them as a full hour. Some of you might just kind of want to get through and say, all right, I'm going to do it this hour-long video before class. Remember, they're due before class. And so if you take a 15-minute break and say, all right, I need to take a break, I've had enough aphasia for the day, it will hold your place and also your questions and your answers as you show up. So you can see the first time we did this, we missed this. But as soon as we miss it, what I like about PlayPosit built in with the lectures is the following. It will give you feedback immediately. So you get instant feedback anytime that you want to be able to do it. So for example, this one says, which Egyptian aesthetic feature do we see in the Menkaure and his wife sculpture, the sculpture that happens to be right here? It will tell us we got 2 correct answers, but we didn't get 1 correct. And so it gave us immediate feedback. So we can go back and we can retry the question right away now that we've got feedback. One of the unfortunate things that I have to apologize on PlayPosit, that's why each question, most chances you have 3 opportunities to get each question right to earn your points as you move along, is that it doesn't allow for partial credit right now. And so you got to get the question right as you're walking through it. That's why you get feedback immediately. So if we redo it, retry. Which Egyptian aesthetic features do we see in Menkaure and his wife sculpture? Well, the men have beards, yes. This is not a composite pose, which you will have learned by the time you get here. Hieratic scales means certain figures are bigger and more important. These are about the same size. And it is a more realistic body than what we saw from before. So if we submit it, we can see immediately we get the question right, but we can continue on our merry way.
From ancient Egypt, besides the pyramid.
And then we can just go. And so you'll note there are different types of interactions. So you will have to do each of the interactions. Each of the interactions is worth a point or 2. And so you'll be accumulating these points. That's what makes up 30% of your grade, is watching the videos and answering the questions as we go through the semester. And that's how PlayPosit works. The other nice thing that I want to tell you with PlayPosit is the following. You can also take notes right on this unless you want to take notes in a different format. But if you go to this middle cue right here, that looks like a cue card, and click on it, it will allow you to take notes. And so you can go back and review. So any of the questions that you've done or haven't done or missed, you can go back and review at any point. It will give you a transcript of everything we've been over. And finally, you can actually take notes, and the notes will be saved for you forever. And so you literally can take notes. Sorry, I need to know this. Fraser mentioned this might be on the midterm. So let's make sure we have kind of noted this. And then I can always print that back at the very end. So this is what you'll be doing as part of the flipped classroom before class, so that when we come into class, we can build upon this knowledge and everything that we have. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day, and welcome to PlayPosit.